Hello, everybody. This is Don Marshall 72, and you're hearing my voice now. I haven't shown you my video because I wanted to surprise you because I brought friends. Say hello, everybody. Let's introduce everybody from left to right. You know them as a friend of the channel. It is Wizardway Chris. Chris, say hi. Sorry, say hi again. You were muted.
Oh, thanks a lot,
I'm so
bro.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
Rude. Hi, everybody. My name is Chris. My channel is Wizard Way. I am your resident elf boy on TikTok.
I love it. To my right, the one and only Glam Shatterskull.
Hey everybody, what's going on? I'm Glam. I stream video games on Twitch. I like lots of things with deep lore. We talk a lot about Warhammer lore, Lord of the Rings lore, Star Trek lore, Star Wars lore, all the nerd lores we do quite often. So come check us out.
He's a man after my own heart. Thank you. All right. Next up to my bottom left, he is the only man. Well, he is one of maybe three men I can say that definitely knows more about the Silmarillion than I do. He is New Better Do Better New. Say hello.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's New Better Do Better, man. I'm one of your favorite Lord of the Rings content creators on TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
I'm also on Reddit, YouTube, Twitch. I'm trying to get my my socials up there. So, follow me on all of those things, Twitter and everything like that. Always a pleasure talking to Don, Chris, Glam. This is my first time talking to Tangwar, but let's do it. Let's make it happen.
Let's do it. I'm here for it. And finally, the man without whose help we would not have the Yeet Isildur translated into Elvish. To my bottom right, it is Tangwar Teacher. Hello, Tangwar.
Hey,
welcome
what's
back.
going on, guys?
Welcome back.
Yep. Hey, guys, I'm Tangwar Teacher. It's nice to see you. And
What's up?
hey, it's nice to finally meet you. I've seen many of your videos. I appreciate all the content you do. I know more about the languages, but I don't know a lot about the lore. So I like to follow you and Don and just try to learn more that I can. So this show coming up, I'm all ears, wanting to learn more about it. So
That's
nice to meet you.
That is what we
Also,
are
just
Very nice to meet you. I'm looking forward to
Just,
talking to you too, man. I need to learn the languages. I know all this lore, and I don't know the languages. So you and Chris, I need you guys to bestow
right.
upon me the lore, the language of the ancients.
just as a heads up to everybody, it took me a bit while I was on the live stream to even put the runes together. Tangwar Teacher had it done in like a split freaking second. So shout out, because this guy knows the written languages so well. I was all struggling with, oh wait, I'm using the wrong alphabet. Wrong cipher. Oh no.
Was it not weird? Was it not like a combination of phonetic and like one-to-one character letter stuff? Was it a little bit of a ambiguation?
Mostly phonemic, but they used the Angerthas Moria, and I was expecting Angerthas Eregion, so it's a completely different assignment for what the characters mean.
Yeah.
So what do all of these things mean? Let's jump into it, shall we?
Segue.
So yeah, I'm trying my best to keep us on track. I am happy to report that this specific image, New, this is yours. The hammer, the rings, the dark skin, the brown earthy tones. New, when you got this image, what was your thought? Because I imagine you opened this and you were like, all right, cool.
Man, first of all, I was like, how did they know I love dwarves? How do they know this? But I was immediately excited. Clearly, there are some things that we can point out right away that we can talk about. Everybody's talking about the gold dust on the hands. I was more focused on the dirtiness of the hands and the nails, because of course there's going to be gold dust on any dwarves' hands. They're miners, diggers, craftsmen, things like that. But just to see that their hands are not clean, dirty, they've been putting in that work, it shows that they really are focused on what's correct. And it gave me hope immediately. Now, the hammer is a whole nother story. That gave me great joy. That gave me great excitement. Like, look how huge it is. The dwarves, look how huge it is. Like, the dwarves are strong, steadfast. That's the representation of that. The beard. Right in the middle, we see the beard. And if you look, it goes down past the hammer there.
Oh, I totally missed the beard. I didn't see that until just now.
It goes all the way, yeah.
Ooh, okay.
So
that beard goes all the way down, baby.
All the way down. You guys know anything about the dwarves? The main clan of the dwarves is the Longbeards. That is the Doran's folk. So obviously, I think it's pretty obviously we're looking at one of the dwarves of Khazad-dûm. Now that gives you two dwarves specifically in the second age that we know of that this is probably one of them. So we got Durin the Third, who ruled during the time when Sauron was in Aragon with Celebrimbor and Narvi, and then of course we have Narvi, who's the greatest craftsman of Khazad-dûm in that time. So we look at the rings on the finger. We got two regular rings and then one larger ring, possibly the Ring of Power. We do not know, but we're surmising all these things from this picture, and I was ecstatic.
I
I
love
was
it.
ecstatic.
I love it
Can't
so
tell you how
much.
much, man. So
I love it that you've now made it your background. I'm gonna go to Tengwar and Chris on this next because I am noticing, even though there is Rings of Power logo on it, it looks like, am I right in saying that there are dwarven runes on that axe?
I'll let Jamie
Yes.
handle this one.
Well, it is Kirth, and they are runes. So it says it's not exactly was easy to decipher, as was the Elvish. We'll get to that if we get a chance to get to that image. But it says awake sleeping stone.
Ooh.
And I think that's such a good phrase for a sledgehammer that could do many things. Like, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm also live streaming on Twitch to try and tell people, hey, the link is in my bio. Come hang out with us on Twitch. Read the sign. Sorry, Jamie. That was my bad. Go ahead.
Multitasking.
Yeah,
Keep
always.
going, bro.
No, that's fine. You could just imagine them just for them to be able to foreshadow and put the thought process behind the runes that are on this hammer. It really sets the stage for kind of what they are putting into this show.
Yeah.
Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that everything that they do is going to be textbook correct. As far as people like myself and Chris and some other people that I consult to talk about these things, we're seeing a few interesting variations, but that's okay. This is something that we would probably expect because this happened with the trilogy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, but it's exciting nonetheless.
Chris, I'll go to you next. I know you kind of gave
Yes.
Jamie the translation part, but just your initial thoughts.
I mean, the fun thing is that by looking at the way that they chose to do the runes, so there are several different, I don't know if this is the correct term for it, but ciphers, is that what you would call it, Jamie?
Or
where
modes,
you have modes or ciphers where the characters mean a specific thing depending on the language that's being that it's being used for, or just we have different modes. So initially in Second Age, there are two main modes of the Kirth that we see used. The first is the Angarthas Eregion, which is a more broadly used. It's not specific to the dwarves, but there are a ton of characters in that particular version of the alphabet. And that's what I used to try and decipher this one. And I was wrong because it was done in Angarthas Moria, which means that this is specifically a dwarf of Moria. So this plays into what Nubeta was saying about it being a dwarf of Khazad-dûm based on the beard. So like these little details, they all sort of percolate into a more clear vision of who we're looking at. I love that we get the opportunity of doing that with no faces.
I do just want to point out that half of the conversation we've had already in the 13 minutes we've been streaming has not been about English. My favorite part so far. Glam, let's hear from you next. Obviously, we're going to go through the motions, but not for every single one of these. Otherwise, we'd be here for 6.5 hours. Are you freaking out right now?
I'm super freaking out. I'm also super stoked on this. I completely agree. We're looking at during the third. It goes along with the theme of the show being the Rings of Power. I believe he was the first bearer of the first ring of the dwarves, the most powerful ring that was given to the dwarves, I believe, during the third also wore, which is freaking awesome. And I'm also stoked that, all the ties in with Moria here, because maybe we'll see Galadriel visiting Khazad-dûm.
Oh, wouldn't that be something?